remember
Varun
this.
actually gets into this Buddhism thing, so that also probably must be helping Varun in relaxing.
Yeah, I think anyone and everyone should have some kind of a spiritual anchor, not if not spiritual anchor, at least a meditation anchor. Because I think as you go on in life, there are things which not everyone at all points of time will answer to, and in order to either go past those phases or be able to have the ability to regain your strength, regain your power, regain instances which you are not things which you not be most fond of. I think if you have a recouping mechanism, I think it just inures to your benefit to come bounce back out of it a lot faster and be
No,
able
I
to.
also sometimes I feel that I'm, overdone with work or I have too many things in my mind. I've done transcendental meditation, so I try and take out 20 minutes of meditation. There have been times, when this thing pulse has gone to very high. My normal pulse is around 60. It is around 80, and I see why. I don't know why it's 80. There's nothing. I've not done anything strenuous or whatever. Then I realized that it's only the mental pressure. So I do 20 minutes of meditation and the pulse comes down to 60 in just 20 minutes. So it's a huge way of relaxing. And I'm sure your Buddhism must be doing the same effect on having the same effect.
Not just that, I think it's just it's an anchor to try and be a better human being. So I think that how to enable to be a responsible
I
citizen.
feel it starts from school also, like
Yeah.
Gita, chapter of Gita.
Correct.
Or anything, spiritual
Yeah.
thing, they should
Yeah.
start from the school so that they will learn how to cook.
I agree. I fully agree.
I'm not a very spiritual person. Let me put it this way. I mean, neither do I practice neither do I meditate very regularly, nor do I, I would say, have a spiritual bent of mind. But I think, and I tried understanding why am I this way? I mean, once I was thinking, why do I not feel the need of, either meditating or being spiritual? It comes down to the fact that each person is built differently. So all of it is really to be in the present. The idea is, why do you meditate? To be in the present, right? So that you don't let your mind wander off to situations which are beyond your control or which are not in an immediate future. You're worrying about something which may happen tomorrow without looking at what is in front of
So
you.
you are talking things which are in Gita, and those were written 5,000 years
correct.
back.
So therefore, by nature,
So life के अंदर you have to adopt.
But
तो या तो गीता पढ़ लो या ऐसे ही सीख जाओ.
Yeah, so correct.
Yeah.
So if you can generally be in the present and not, I mean, I don't think beyond the current day anyway.
Yeah.
So.
But Venki, you don't realize one thing, and I think that's also meditation. And I used to also not require this meditation till I was doing that. When you play a sport, you actually meditate.
Yeah, correct.
Because playing a sport, your mind is completely out of everything. What is meditation? Meditation is to pull out your mind from the present and think of something different.
Yeah.
Something completely away from what your mind is, worrying of your matter or your social or your...
To be in the present.
So to take yourself out, since you play regularly, you play a game. Till I was playing a game, I never used to
Correct.
meditate.
Maybe that helps.
I'm not getting time to play. I don't get time these days to play my tennis. So that is why I probably need this meditation. But if I keep playing a game, and that's why I tell these youngsters that have one sport always as part of your
Daily
routine. And if you play a sport, you will definitely not feel the need for meditation, because that's a complete meditation. It's a physical and mental both. Relaxation.
Yeah, I mean, each one has to find their own anchor. I mean, whatever that anchor could be. It's not necessarily be one form of like he rightly said that every human being is engineered differently. As long as, and I think that also goes down to a great extent to you guys, because the fact that we were playing sports, some of which we wanted to, some of which you wanted us to play. I think that inculcated that habit of doing something beyond your normal routine, and I think that stayed on to a great extent, and that anyway becomes a huge beneficial thing for your mental space.
The other thing which I'd like to talk about is, of course, that the role of charity in life. And I feel that during the pandemic, I was the president of the bar, and there was a time when I felt that a lot of my members were without work and could not pay their rents and school fees for the children, etc. So I remember I paid 50 lakhs of my own to start a corpus to distribute amongst our members. But what I'm really proud of is that normally sons would say that dad is wasting money like this. Both my sons contributed in that exercise. So both my sons also paid money. In fact, I used their example to ask a lot of seniors, I'll not name them. Some of them wanted to pay a paltry sum. I said, sorry, Venki has also paid more than that, so don't even think of doing that. So I think this is also very, very important to have a little bit of, mind that you have to ultimately take care of people around you. And that I think is also, I'm very happy that I could inculcate this spirit in both of you to look after yourself, to look after your family. Family bonding is very important. The way we have actually, whether it be Minu's side or my side, the way we have all been together all these years, and the way we have always, whenever we meet up in family functions, etc., to be able to be, have a great time,
That's
forgetting
true.
what we are and
But-
who we
but-
are. And
Charity,
Yes.
I remember charity we saw not only with you, because growing up, of course, you had that bent of mind. Even Baba.
Yeah.
Because Baba used to work in Bal Sahyog. That was only for that purpose.
he was in a
He is retired, on the honorary.
And even
director
more for that
there.
matter, deaf women.
And then DFDW, which
Minu is doing that.
yeah, which Kanika is now also joined recently. So I think generally, I think even if for your own selfish reasons, to feel good for yourself, if even that is your calling, and you're doing it for purely selfish reasons, I think it is important to give back for whatever reason you're giving back. Your reasons could be wrong or right, but the idea should be to give back so that ultimately that's what I think. I guess being humane is, and that's what we tell Veera, because this time of course our birthday parties are a lot simpler. Nowadays birthday parties are a little more complicated. So this time we're trying to do something with your mom's charitable organization, so that Veera also understands the concept of that everybody is not at the same level, and it is your duty to.
I
And you,
remember in our childhood, my father never used to have any birthday cakes or birthday parties. We used to go to either a blind school or a deaf and dumb school and distribute sweets. That's how we've done all our birthdays in our childhoods. So that's very important. It actually gives you that feeling of gratitude. It makes you see that how there are people, who are so underprivileged, and how you are so blessed.
you're blessed
At every stage of life, you should feel that you are blessed.
Correct.
And in the journey of life, I've realized, and I've tried to inculcate this in both the boys, that basically money doesn't get you happiness. Happiness is something which you have to have from inside, and happiness will come only in contentment and in gratitude. If you always thank God at whatever stage you may be, even when we were going in a train, even then we used to have gratitude that we are at
correct.
least
I never,
healthy, or we are at least
Nice.
Having a nice chat, we bond like a family. So I think this is also very, very important.
My gratitude was that we're going to get chicken curry, IRCTC chicken curry in that journey before we go to Tirumala and get vegetarian food. So you have gratitude for that. So in simpler times,
enjoy that. Enjoy that.
So I guess we have a lot to be thankful for, and
Thankful to God.
thankful
Yes.
to God, thankful to each other, I guess. And
Any closing thoughts, Mama?
what are your closing thoughts on parenting?
I told you.
Or maybe on gratitude or charity. You want to
she
show
is
on
not
charity?
commenting, but I can comment on her behalf. She used to be very, very worried when you two were not studying so well, especially Venki. Venki was the difficult child as far as studying is concerned. Varun was a little better study-wise.
Because he would get all the scolding and I'll already iron out.
But I never used to scold him कि 80% क्यों नहीं लाया, 90%
That's true.
क्यों नहीं आया. I was not like that.
You just said pass ho jao.
Yeah.
That's
You
Passing your
didn't
class,
send the
yeah.
benchmark
So
very
the-
high.
yeah. And with that, it wasn't very difficult for me.
So I never gave stress to you both, like
Yeah,
on the
yeah.
marks or anything.
You give us a lot of. I mean, you do put pressure on us, but for different.
For
things.
what?
I mean, that's for a different. That's a different topic altogether.